Hey, welcome to another episode of Big People Business. Big people, come here. We need to talk. Now, I've been doing a lot of thinking and paying attention to what's going on in the news, talking about our education system, talking about what's going on with our teachers, and just, this conversation around school overall, just what is happening. And it's about that time. We're in crisis. It's time for us to do some things differently. I've just been observing as a citizen of this country and also as somebody who spent some time in the classroom with children and also somebody who is concerned about what is being offered and what is available for our future. I'm really adamant that it's time for us to activate the emergency protocol because we're in crisis. The first thing I think we need to do is we need to rethink how we see teachers. We need to rethink how we see our education system. I see a lot of plans being made. I hear great news about what's going on. If you listen to the reportings, you hear that our unemployment is down, which is great. We hear that our economy is doing great. Lots of tourists coming to the country. But we don't hear what we're doing for the next generation. We don't hear the new schools that are being built. We don't hear the plans to upgrade the classrooms. We don't hear the access to more books for children. We don't hear the conversation about the new technology that is required to meet the educational needs of now. Forget about the future. No. If you go into a classroom today, it looks like it did 20 years ago. Let's compare it to something else. If you look at a car today, a modern 2023, 2024 model car has features and things that's very different from a car 20 years ago. We can go even far back, from a car 40 years ago. But our classrooms have remained the same. Our classrooms has not changed from it when I was going to school. I am 42 years old. The classrooms still look the same way it looked when I used to go to basic school. This is not an abstract thing I'm talking about. I am actually in these classrooms. I was in a classroom last week teaching. I know of what I speak. We still have schools in Jamaica that does not even have enough chairs for the students to sit in, and therefore it's a first come first served basis. So even before we get to the point where we're talking about the uniform, the hairstyles, the dunce bag, unpopular opinion about that dunce bag since I mentioned it, let me talk about it right now. I saw an article in the Gleaner talking about the fact that a principal says that if a school student shows up to school with a dunce bag, they're going to be barred from class. That help the student get less dunce when they keep them out of class, when they come to school with them dunce bag. The dunce bag thing is not the emergency that we think it is. Feel free to disagree with me. We are talking about dunce bag when we don't have any teacher in the classroom. We want to blow up everything because of the dunce bag when some of the classes don't even have running water. We need to activate the emergency protocol and we need to focus on what is important. Now, lots of debate and conversations about teachers leaving, and some people think it's a problem and some people don't really think it's such a big problem, and it's a great opportunity for the teachers and all of that. When we see the solution to the problem, the teachers have asked, they have made asks. Why are we ignoring what the teachers are asking for? We have schools that cannot even accommodate children that are not fully able-bodied. The news had to come out and there had to be a scandal and people had to say things and comments and announcements had to be made that a school is going to be retrofitted to allow for a child in a wheelchair to come to school. That's not something for us to be proud of. It's 2023. We are able to do a lot more with a lot of different things, and we're still not even able to accommodate the children who cannot walk. Even if they're wearing crutches, and I'm telling you, this entire country needs to be retrofitted. Because I was on crutches a few months ago and I couldn't go anywhere. You go into a building, it's steps. Just to go from the sidewalk to the lobby, steps. There are steps everywhere. So even in our construction, we need to upgrade. What is happening? Why aren't we treating this like the emergency that it is? Why are we so comfortable? There are so many students right now who, for them, their teacher is the person who keeps them active and sane and motivated. And that teacher has to leave because she cannot eat and still be a teacher. Something is wrong with that. Big people, what are we doing? Jamaicans, what are we doing? How do we address this? You can tell the priorities of a country based on what they allocate funding to. This is not just my opinion, this is just facts. Look at the line items, see where the funding is going, and you will see what are the priorities. I'ma just say that. But it is very, very crucial that right now we stop being so comfortable. We are way too comfortable. Now look here. As far as this, every year there's conversations with schools kicking out the students because them don't like them hairstyle, and some have some rules or the other that them hairstyle inappropriate, or some rules are the other about how tight them pants is, or some rules are the other about now them make rules about what them bad can say. All of these things, in my humble opinion, which let me just say, I know I don't have any children going to school, so I don't get to say, but I must say anyway, those are minor. Those are things that we make a big deal about and write newspaper articles about after we have had a teacher in the classroom, after there are enough chairs in the classroom for each student to have a seat while they learn, after if rain fall the roof don't leak and everybody in the classroom don't wet up, after every little girl in the classroom of her period can get access to a menstrual product so she can continue to learn her lesson without having to worry about the indignity of period poverty. We not reach the stage of our problem solving to start focus on Dunce bag. That's what I think. Some of us are going to disagree, and that is fine. I'm used to being disagreed with. I just think that we need to make some adjustments to our priorities. It is not enough for us to burn the school down for minor infractions while ignoring the glaring issues that is making it impossible for us to have educated children. It's time for us to do something different. Big people thing. I think that we need to have a real serious referendum. Maybe referendum is not the word, but we need to hold our policy makers accountable. They are not doing enough. I don't think they are doing enough. I don't see enough steps being taken to ensure that this issue is even being addressed. And we talk about teachers and we want badmouth teachers and we want to kill teachers or whatever. And I have worked in schools with teachers who are paying for students to do their subjects. I know teachers who are keeping children from killing themselves. There are institutions in this country where teachers have to stop pitney from jump off of the building. And we're going like the teachers don't matter. We live in a society where we reward actors and ball players and entertainers. And listen, everybody must make them money. But I don't care who you are. A teacher had to teach you. We need to put teachers' pay up there, so same place where we put actors and footballers and doctors. Teachers' salary needs to be there because teachers are required for any society to run. And I don't care if you think that teacher them don't deserve it or not, irrelevant. The position that teachers hold in our society is vital. And if every single teacher decides that them not gonna work tomorrow, we are going to pay for it immediately. We cannot afford that. So we need to pay teachers what they deserve. No, scratch that. We need to pay teachers like they are rock stars because that is what they are. That is how important they are. I loved how in COVID we realized who the essential workers were. And the essential workers, for the most part, are the least respected, lowest paid people in our society. Explain to me if this is how we treat essential things. Something was essential to you, that's how you treat it? Something that is essential, that is how we treat our essential workers? Anyhow, this turned out to be a little bit of a rant, but I had to say it. We have to do better. Let's do better. Help me. I want to do better. I cannot do it alone. I know I'm not the only one who's having a problem with this. I know there are other Jamaicans who have a problem with this. What can we do? Let's do something. Because right now, it's not enough for us to sit down so comfortable and don't do nothing. And then start chat and make whole nice about insignificant things. Yeah, I said it. Big people thing. Thank you for tuning in to another Big People Business. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I'm Shelly-Ann, author, activist, Jamaican to the bone. See you next time.